Tinnitus, often described as a ringing or buzzing in the ears, has long been a frustrating and elusive condition for both patients and healthcare providers. Affecting an estimated 10% of the world's population, this phantom perception of sound can significantly impact quality of life, leading to issues with concentration, memory, sleep, and even triggering anxiety or depression. For years, the medical community has struggled to offer effective treatments, often leaving patients feeling dismissed or helpless. However, recent breakthroughs in our understanding of tinnitus and innovative approaches to treatment are offering new hope to millions of sufferers worldwide. Understanding tinnitus. What is tinnitus? Tinnitus is not a disease in itself, but rather a set of symptoms characterized by the perception of sound when no external sound source is present. These phantom sounds can manifest as ringing, roaring, buzzing, or various other noises. While often associated with hearing loss, tinnitus can occur independently and may have a variety of causes. Causes and risk factors. The exact causes of tinnitus can vary from person to person and may not always be clear. Some common contributing factors include occupational noise exposure, head or neck injuries, excessive earwax, hearing loss, certain medications, genetic predisposition. Understanding these diverse causes has been crucial in developing more effective approaches to treatment. Traditional approaches and their limitations. Historically, treatments for tinnitus have been limited and often unsatisfactory for patients. Many healthcare providers, unsure of how to address the condition, have sometimes dismissed patients' concerns or implied that the symptoms were purely psychological. While technically true that the perception occurs in the brain, this approach has done little to alleviate patients' distress. Traditional treatment options have typically included psychotherapy, aimed at managing the emotional distress associated with tinnitus rather than addressing the symptoms directly. Sound therapies, often approved for other conditions but not specifically for tinnitus. Hearing aids, to address associated hearing loss, which may indirectly affect tinnitus symptoms. These approaches, while potentially helpful for some patients, have not addressed the root cause of tinnitus and have left many sufferers searching for more effective solutions. The breakthrough: understanding somatic tinnitus. A significant shift in our understanding of tinnitus came with the recognition of what's known as somatic or somatosensory tinnitus. Researchers and clinicians observed that some patients could modulate their tinnitus symptoms by moving or applying pressure to various parts of their body, including the head, neck, and face areas not directly associated with hearing. This observation led to a crucial insight: tinnitus might involve more than just the auditory system. It suggested that the condition could be influenced by the complex interplay between different sensory systems in the body. The interconnected web of senses. Traditionally, we've thought of our senses as separate systems: sight, sound, touch, and so on. However, research into somatic tinnitus has revealed that our sensory systems are far more interconnected than previously believed. Rather than operating in isolation, our senses form an intricate web, bringing together different types of sensory information and conveying it to the brain. This understanding of sensory integration opened up new avenues for tinnitus research and treatment. If patients could inadvertently influence their symptoms through non-auditory means, could this phenomenon be harnessed intentionally as a treatment approach? Unraveling the neural basis of tinnitus. Armed with this new perspective, researchers delved deeper into the neural mechanisms underlying tinnitus. Several key studies in the 2010s, using animal models, particularly guinea pigs, provided critical insights. Brainstem changes. Tinnitus was associated with alterations in the strength and connections between cells in the brainstem. The role of the dorsal cochlear nucleus, DCN, this layered structure in the brainstem, emerged as a crucial site in tinnitus development. The DCN is the first area where auditory inputs converge with touch and other bodily sensations from the head and neck. Fusiform cell circuit. Within the DCN, researchers identified the fusiform cell circuit as a key player. This group of neurons, one of the final processing sites before sensory information is perceived, showed increased activity and enhanced neural connections in animals with tinnitus. These findings suggested that the phantom sounds of tinnitus might result from this heightened activity in the fusiform cell circuit, providing a potential target for intervention. The University of Michigan study, a groundbreaking approach. Building on these insights, researchers at the University of Michigan conducted a landmark study that could revolutionize tinnitus treatment. Published in JAMA Network Open in June 2023, this double-blind, randomized clinical trial involved 99 participants with somatic tinnitus. The hypothesis: the researchers hypothesized that a precisely timed combination of sound and touch stimuli could effectively reset the overactive fusiform cell circuit, potentially reducing or eliminating the phantom sounds of tinnitus. The method: participants in the study wore a specialized headset that delivered both sounds and vibrations through electrodes placed on the neck or head. The treatment sessions lasted 30 minutes each. To ensure the validity of the results, the study included a control group that received only sound stimulation, with participants alternating between treatment and control conditions. The results: the outcomes of the study were remarkably promising. Symptom reduction: over half of the participants receiving both vibrations and sound showed a significant reduction in tinnitus-related distress. Volume decrease: many participants reported a noticeable decrease in the perceived volume of their tinnitus. Lasting effects: importantly, the benefits of the treatment persisted even after participants stopped using the device daily. How does it work? The treatment's effectiveness lies in its ability to hack the brain's sensory processing. By delivering precisely timed combinations of auditory and tactile stimuli, the therapy essentially throws a wrench into the part of the brain that coordinates sensory signals, specifically the overactive fusiform cell circuit in the DCN. While intentionally disrupting brain processes might seem counterintuitive, in this case, it serves to reset the abnormal activity associated with tinnitus. The combination of sound and touch appears to retrain the brain, reducing the phantom sound perception at its source. Implications in future directions: the success of this study represents a significant breakthrough in tinnitus treatment, offering hope to millions of sufferers worldwide. Some key implications in future directions include moving towards clinical application. The University of Michigan team is eager to move through the approval process quickly to bring their device to market. Personalized treatment: as our understanding of tinnitus subtypes grows, treatments could be further tailored to individual patients' specific symptoms and causes. Expanding research: the success of this approach may spur further research into other neurological conditions that involve abnormal sensory processing. Changing perceptions: this breakthrough challenges the notion that conditions all in someone's head are not real or treatable, potentially shifting attitudes in both medical communities and the general public. Conclusion: the journey from dismissing tinnitus as an untreatable annoyance to developing a promising, neuroscience-based treatment illustrates the power of persistent scientific inquiry. By delving deep into the neural mechanisms of tinnitus and thinking creatively about sensory integration, researchers have opened up new possibilities for millions of people struggling with this condition. As we look to the future, the success of this approach not only offers hope for tinnitus sufferers, but also serves as a reminder of the complex, interconnected nature of our sensory systems. It underscores the importance of considering the body and brain as an integrated whole when addressing neurological and sensory disorders. For those who have long suffered from the persistent, phantom sounds of tinnitus, the prospect of a treatment that can effectively turn down the volume represents more than just a medical advancement. It's a potential return to silence, focus, and quality of life. As research continues and this treatment moves closer to widespread availability, it stands as a testament to the power of innovative thinking in medical science and the endless possibilities when we dare to approach long-standing problems from new angles.